Welcome to LCAP Legacy, Decades of Dedication, the podcast that celebrates the incredible individuals who have shaped the heart and soul of the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership.
Each episode, we'll dive deep into the stories of those who have devoted their careers to making a difference, not just in our organization, but in the lives of the people we serve every day.
We'll uncover their journeys, explore the moments that inspired them, and highlight the lasting impact of their commitment to LCAP's mission.
So whether you're here to learn, be inspired, or simply celebrate the amazing people who make LCAP what it is, thank you for joining us.
This is LCAP Legacy, Decades of Dedication.
Let's get started with today's guest.
You're now listening to LCAP Legacy, Decades of Dedication, and we are back with episode 40. And in the studio, of course, I have my wonderful co-host with me.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning.
And we also have another special guest. Today in studio, we have Sherry Miles, who is currently the Blended Family Service Worker for LCAP. So thank you so much for joining us in studio today.
You're welcome.
And I would like to add that you have been here for the past 12 years. So take us back to the beginning. How did you get involved with LCAP?
So I started off going to school at the University of Phoenix online, where I got my 4-year bachelor's degree in science and human service. I actually enrolled my daughter into Head Start when she was 3. And so I was kind of a little bit involved with the program, and then I got interested. So I decided, since I graduated, I would apply because it's something I really have a passion for is helping people.
And what was your first role in the company when you joined?
I was hired in as a family service worker.
And what did that all entail?
So I was hired into for Head Start. So I just had Head Start classrooms at the time. It was ages 3 to 5 or 3 to kindergarten eligible.
Nice. And then from that role, you went into more roles, I'm guessing, to where you are now. So let's talk about the roles between then and now.
So I was started off as a family service worker. Then they asked me to be a blended housing case manager. So I did do that for a short period. And so I've been blended probably roughly 10 years. I've been blended. I also worked in workforce development where I help clients build resumes, job search. I taught some workshops at the Grant Street location. And then I work in early Head Start now with infants and toddlers as a family service worker. I also work in the preschool classrooms as the Learning Tree, their childcare classrooms. And I also do a Head Start classroom. And I'm blended with transportation with ACTS. So I help people with rides to work, transportation to childcare transportation.
Nice.
So what's a typical workday look like for you, Sherry, at the Early Learning Center?
So a typical workday is I usually just go around and I check on my classrooms that I have at the center because I'm located out the Frumill campus. And then, I have desk work that I do. And then I also visit our Laurel site where I interact with the teachers and the kids.
So what are some ways that you collaborate with the teachers and the other early learning staff to support the children and their families?
So the teachers, I have a really good relationship with my teachers, so they know that they can, like, if they see a family that needs something and they think that I can go help them, like, they'll tell me their situation, like, if I'm not aware of it, and then I can just go help them. Like, recently I had a family that, they saw that she was struggling for rides to work, so I decided to call her and help her fill an application out over the phone and submit it. And then I'm waiting, I can wait to hear to do an intake on her.
And you originally said what made you interested in LCAP was that your daughter was going to school here. So going from a parent to someone who's actually working in the organization, what's some things that you learned that the average parent may not know?
I learned how helpful it was to see her grow and get her prepared for kindergarten because it's very important because kindergarten, it gets very busy. And it's nice to see, watch her grow as a toddler going into a preschool room.
And I liked how you just mentioned too, just a few minutes back, about you were able to help that parent with the application for the transportation to work program.
Yes.
Yes. And I always tell everybody that's what sets our early learning apart from any other, because of our family service workers, because we have you guys to be able to help parents do those different things. Maybe apply for SNAP benefits. Maybe if a child needs a winter coat, you're able to, help the family out with that. Maybe referrals to different doctors. Maybe if somebody needs, gloves or winter, other winter items besides a coat. That's what you guys are there for. You're there as such a great support to the families. And then you collaborate so great with the teachers, and you're just all such wonderful advocates for our families. And I always tell everybody that.
Yeah, our teachers, we're a team, so we do a lot of collaboration, and we look out for the best interests of the family. It is nice that I've been blended with multiple programs, and because then I can refer them to different things, or some of it I can do myself. But also, it's nice that LCAP educates us on things in the community. So we're able to, if we can't help them within our agency, we can give them a referral out to an outside agency.
Because LCAP, we work with so many local agencies and different partners. And that's one thing too that sets us off, that we're able to, if we're not able to help, we're able to make those referrals to other people that can.
Yes.
And each one of our early learning kids are assigned to a family service worker, right?
Yes.
And are there any resources that you can think of that you wish the community knew more about?
There is, a lot of help out there for childcare. Like if a parent is working, there's a lot of help out there, to help them find resources to find a job, to help them become self-sufficient.
And if somebody should happen to need help paying for daycare, you're able to help them with that application too, for assistance for childcare cost.
Yes.
So how do you build trust with families when you first meet them?
It depends on the family. Some families you can tell by just talking to them that, they're really easygoing. We do have other families that could be difficult, but you can kind of just ease your way in and warm up to them. And if you can relate to a family, it is very beneficial.
If your younger self could see you now, what part of your journey do you think you would be proudest of?
The accomplishments that I've, endured over these last 12 years, and I've grown and in my case management skills and just referring families and helping them and just building that relationship and gaining their trust.
And are you from this area?
Yes.
Nice. So what does it feel like being able to give back to the area that's given you so much?
Growing up, I grew up with a single mom. My mom was divorced. I grew up in a household that was low income, and there was different things that the community has helped us. So I would like to give back and help my community and try to grow from what I've learned when I was younger.
Just being there for support, being there for, somebody to have for them to be able to talk to you and you to help them and be just a listening ear. Sometimes that's what people really truly need, is just somebody to see where they're coming from and, to be able to hear what they're going through and just listening.
Yeah. And also relate to their struggles, because a lot of people in the community are struggling. And like Kim said, they just want a listening ear.
How do you see LCAPs, all of our services, and our early learning make a difference in the families' lives that you meet with every day?
LCAP definitely does make a difference because we're able to sit with them and, work with them one-on-one and help them, and like I said before, every situation is different. So we're able to refer them in our own agency because our agency is very big and we do a lot of support to the community.
And how do you stay grounded and compassionate in a role like this that can sometimes be emotionally heavy at times?
Well, over the years, I've just learned how to not let it weight on my shoulders. I mean, I do the best I can, and I'm very compassionate and, not let my feelings get the best of me and, help that client out and, take it one step at a time to achieve that goal. Or to, resolve a situation. They might be in a crisis, and just basically hear them, and listen to them. Sometimes they just need to vent.
And another wonderful thing that early learning offers to our families is our family engagement nights that we offer. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I can. So we do have family engagements every month, and then families can come in. They can learn how to teach your children conscious discipline. That's something that we do in our classrooms. It's something we could teach the families to do at home too. Just to give them a little basics, to help them with their children. There's a lot of great vendors that come to those family nights. It's a nice gathering that you can meet other people. You can bring your kids. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of activities.
I believe the Pittsburgh Food Bank also comes to the family engagements nights typically, don't they?
Typically they do, yes.
So you have been with the company for the past 12 years. Over those 12 years, what has been your favorite thing about working for LCCAP?
My favorite thing is working and watching a family really grow up and achieve their goal and make something of themselves. I'm a very compassionate person, and for example, I've had a family that the mom was working. She was going to school. She was a single mom. She went to school to be a nurse. She ended up graduating nursing school, and she got a nursing job. She was living in public housing, and she ended up moving out and getting a house on her own. So it's nice to see them excel in life.
Absolutely. And we love those success stories because we do work so hard to make sure our clients do go from point A to point B, because that really is the motivation behind what we do every day.
Yes.
So just piggybacking on that question, one of the main themes of our podcast is legacy. And I like to ask everyone who joins the show, once you're done with LCCAP, what legacy are you hoping to leave?
I'm hoping to leave the skills and the things I've learned throughout the years, in my case management, and carry on the compassion and to help these families and, really just, sit down and talk to them. And, it's nice to, see where they're going and what they're doing in life. And it's not, directly about paperwork. It's nice to, go on a home visit and you have a casual conversation with them. It's really nice.
Alrighty. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap up the personal round, and we're going to make our way to the quick fire round. And how that works is we're going to ask you a series of questions, and you're just going to answer with whatever comes to your mind first.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. Amber, you want to take it away?
Alrighty. So what is your favorite classroom activity every year?
I would say Halloween time. We do invite families in, and decorate, activities or pumpkins. I really think that's it's nice to see them come in and join their children and watch them, interact with their children and doing an activity.
Yeah, it is nice because they could wear their costumes, bring their costumes to school, and then all the parents could see all the little ones in their costumes. Like you said, paint a pumpkin. During Easter time, I know you guys paint eggs, color eggs during Easter time in the classroom. So that's always nice too. You all just do such a great job for, the community and in our families that we serve during the different times of the years, the different seasons of the years. So it's very much appreciated.
And we just recently had a turkey walk where they dressed up like little turkeys, and it was very cute. The families got to come in and watch them walk down the hall.
And they were homemade costumes,
Yes.
I believe, too. Homemade little turkey costumes that they made at school.
Yes, they were very cute.
And we are in the holiday season. So what's a favorite holiday tradition that your family does every year?
My family, a holiday tradition is just to sit around the table, eat, and we make cookies together.
If you could instantly master a new skill that would help with your job, what would you do? What would you pick?
A superpower, not to see my family struggle, because I do see some that really struggle, and they try really hard.
think that's a good superpower.
I think so too. To make sure everybody's doing great and living well and feeling good, and
And they don't have to really, struggle, like even just like, paying a utility bill or, buying food or, providing their kids Christmas.
And what is a holiday tradition that you would love to start?
Well, it would be nice to see, like, we have at Building 7 down there. It'd be nice to see if we had the opportunity to, like, bake cookies or do something as, like, a team or, just come together and just have a good time for all the hard work and dedication that we put into our company.
What is your go-to morning drink?
I always drink coffee every morning,
How do you drink your coffee?
just with cream.
Do you make it at home or do you go somewhere?
I do make it at home. Every now and then when I need to pick me up, I will buy a nice hot Dunkin' coffee.
Do you get the fancy creamers or just a regular creamer?
No, just a French vanilla creamer.
You know what I like too about this time of the year? McDonald's right now has the Grinch cup for coffee. So it's so cute. And then Dunkin's has the pretty little holiday, little snowmen and different. It's fun to have like different themes on your cup. It really makes you feel good. Puts you in the, festive mood. And is there a favorite holiday movie that you have that you watch all the time or have to watch every year?
Every year I usually watch Elf. I think he's hysterical.
It's definitely
and
a
it's
favorite.
fun. Yeah.
My niece Lily, ever since Elf came out, she always says, Aunt Kim, you're just like Elf. So it's
I
funny.
can see that.
Yeah.
And my last question, if your job had a mascot, what would it be?
A golden retriever.
I like that.
Because I do have a golden retriever and she's very friendly and I think they're the most lovable dogs and they absolutely love kids.
Aw.
She is sweet. What's her name again?
Daenerys.
Aw,
Aw.
sweet girl.
Alrighty, well, that will do it for the quick fire round. Now, before we end this episode, is there anything else that you would like to say or get off your chest?
No.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you so much for joining in on the podcast and telling us a little bit about your journey here with LCCAP. And thank you all for listening. And we will be back next week with another special guest.
Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful week, everyone.